Welcome back to Blessed Math. Today we're going to be in part 5 or lesson 5 of our 6-part systems of equations and inequalities. We originally had 8 lessons, but I condensed it down to 6. Remember that you can visit us at www.blessedmath.com. We are your Atlanta-based tutoring resource. So we've been doing, we just finished systems of inequalities. So today we're going to jump into lesson 5. And lesson 5 is going to do a quick review on inputting and solving our system of equations in a calculator, and also problem solving, specifically word problems using systems of equations and what we know about them. So let's dive in. Part 1, checking possible solutions with the calculator. So if you have a calculator, go ahead and grab one. If you don't, you can go ahead and pause and grab one now. All right, let's get into example 1. We're going to tell if the point 1.3.6 is the solution of the system. And the system is x plus 5y is equal to 4.3 and 2x minus y is equal to 2. So we're going to be using a calculator because we're dealing with decimals. And decimals have a tendency to scare some people, but there is nothing scary about these decimals as long as you have a calculator handy. So let's go ahead and jump in. The first thing we're going to check is the first equation, x plus 5y is equal to 4.3. So we're going to substitute 1.3 in for our x and our 0.6 in for the y. That's going to give us 1.3 plus 5 times 0.6 is equal to 4.3. So now here's where we're going to go ahead and use our calculators to solve the left side of that equation, being 1.3 plus 5 times 0.6. If that's equal to 4.3, then we know it is indeed true. So let's check. We're going to enter 5 by pressing 5 on our calculator. In your display, you should have 5. And we're going to multiply it by 0.6 by pressing times 0.6 equal. Now your calculator should display 3. So we've done 5 times 0.6 to get to 3. We still need to add that 1.3 from the left. So we're going to add 1.3 by pressing the plus sign, 1.3 equal, and we should have 4.3. So since 4.3 is equal to 4.3, it's true to say that this point is a solution of the first equation, x plus 5y equals 4.3. So let's go ahead and check the second portion of our system of equations. So let's check 2x minus y is equal to 2. So we have 2x minus y is equal to 2. We're going to substitute 1.3 for x and 0.6 for y. So we have 2 times 1.3 minus 0.6 is equal to 2. Well, let's check if 2 times 1.3 minus 0.6 is in fact equal to 2. So in our calculator, we're going to enter 2 by pressing 2. And now we should have 2 on our display. We're going to multiply by 1.3 by pressing the times sign, 1.3 equal. Now we should have 2.6, and that is correct. 2 times 1.3 is 2.6. Let's subtract 0.6 by pressing the subtraction sign, 0.6 equal. And now we have 2 on our display. So since 2 is equal to 2, and that is true, it is safe to say that the point 1.3, 0.6 is the solution of this system of equations. Part 2, let's go on into problem solving using systems. So we've developed all these tools. Now it's a really exciting time because we get to solve some real world problems. So here's our word problem. 5 baseballs and 2 gloves cost $65, while 1 baseball and 1 glove cost $25. What we want to know is how much does each cost individually, being how much is a baseball and how much is a glove. So this is a really cool problem because let's say you only know how much you sold, but you didn't know what the individual costs were. So let's read. Let's see what do we need to find out from this problem. Well, it's saying that we need to find the price of each baseball and each glove, which means we need to develop a plan. So what can we do to get to there? Let's pick variables for the numbers that we do not know, and then we're going to write a system of equations to describe the problem that we're seeing right now, and then we're going to solve it. So step 1, pick variables. Step 2, write a system of equations. And step 3, we will solve it. So let's go ahead and follow that plan. This is the do. We need to execute our plan. So let's pick variables. So we need a variable for baseball, and we need a variable for gloves. So how about we use B for baseball, and we use G for the price of a glove. All right, part 2 of that now. So we pick the variables. Now we need to write a system of equations. So we have 5 baseballs plus 2 gloves is equal to $65. And we have 1 baseball plus 1 glove is equal to $25. And next, step 3, so we have the variables, step 1, we have our system of equations, step 2, and now we need to solve the system. So we can use a method we used earlier, elimination, by multiplying and then adding. So let's try to eliminate that G variable. So let's multiply our second equation by -2, and then we'll add the 2 equations together. So we're going to multiply -2 into the 1b, the 1g, and the 25. So we're going to bring our first equation over. 5b plus 2g is equal to 65. And we're going to bring our second equation over after we've multiplied. So we have -2b minus 2g is equal to -50. And that's because that -2 has been multiplied by every term. Let's add them straight down. 5b plus -2b is 3b. 2g plus -2g is 0g's. And 65 plus -50 gives us a positive 15. So we have 3b plus 0g is equal to 15. Let's go ahead and solve for b now that we have no more g's. So we have 3b is equal to 15, and we're going to divide by 3 on both sides to eliminate the 3 multiplier in front of our b. And that's going to give us b is equal to 5. So now we're going to substitute 5 for b. So we have 5 $5 baseballs plus 2 whatever the price of gloves are will equal 65. So let's go ahead and solve for g. Well, 5 times 5 is 25, so we're going to subtract the 25 from the left and the 25 from the right. That's going to give us 2g is equal to 40. And then we're going to divide by 2 on both sides to give us g is equal to 20. So the gloves are $20 and the baseballs are $5. Let's see if this answer makes any sense. So 5 baseballs and 2 gloves cost $65. Let's see. 5 times a $5 baseball plus 2 times $20 gloves is equal to $65. That is true. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 2 times 20 is 40. 25 plus 40 is 65. All right, now let's check the second part to see if that makes any sense. 1 baseball and 1 glove cost $25. Well, 1 $5 baseball plus 1 $20 glove is equal to $25. That is true. A baseball costs $5 and a glove costs $20 is our final answer. Join us next time as we enter our final lesson and we do the application of maximum and minimums. So again, this has been Blessed Math. You can visit us at www.blessedmath.com. We are your Atlanta-based tutoring resource, and you can check us out on Facebook as well.